I know.
He just took out my kneecap. I can't fence tomorrow. I can't. He did this before too, so I'm really not in a fencing.
Shocking details of Wednesday Season 2 revealed. It should come as no surprise that the Addams Family and the rest of the actors will return for a subsequent installment, given the show's first season has become Netflix's third most watched show. The creative team behind the show already has ideas, including potential resolutions to some of the cliffhangers at the conclusion of the second season. Thus, keep watching to find out the shocking details that will be revealed in the second season of Wednesday. The Monster of Nevermore Academy. It turns out that Wednesday's romantic interest, Tyler Galpin, who also happens to be the son of the county sheriff and works as a barista, is really the monster who inhabits Nevermore Academy. During the 7th episode of the drama series titled If You Don't Woe By Now, Wednesday has a vision in which she finds this information. Since quite some time ago, Tyler has been undergoing the transformation that causes him to become Hyde, the monstrous creature who slaughters the people of Jericho. Laurel Gates, who is portrayed by Christina Ricci, who has been scheming her revenge on Nevermore, is the one who calls upon and controls his Hyde form. It's a shame that Wednesday thought she had at long last apprehended the person responsible for all of the assaults, but it turns out they were only framed. In a similar manner, Wednesday comes to an epiphany as she is kissing Tyler, with whom she has been becoming more intimate. Even though Tyler had not shown any abilities up to this point, he did not hold any prejudices towards the students of Nevermore Academy, unlike the majority of people in Jericho. Because of this, in addition to the difficulties he was experiencing with his father, he was able to mix in with any prominent kids that came into the cafe where he worked. Major reveal. We came to the conclusion that Ms. Thornhill, Ricci, and Tyler, Hunter Doohan, were responsible for the creation of the specter that stalks Nevermore. On the one hand, we find out that Thornhill is really Laurel Gates, also known as Ansel Gates' daughter, who was assumed to have drowned many years ago, but was actually alive the whole time. On the other side, we discovered that Tyler's mother was a social pariah and was the Hyde that Faulkner discovered 30 years ago. Her genetics were handed down to Tyler, whose Hyde personality was awakened by Thornhill's extensive knowledge of botany and chemistry. They, like Crackstone, have a deep-seated animosity for Nevermore and are determined to witness its destruction to the very end. But Thornhill is astute and knows that she cannot achieve her goals on herself alone. So she enlists the assistance of the supernatural in order to bring Crackstone back to life and destroy Wednesday and Nevermore. We are well aware, however, that their plans are ultimately defeated, and that Wednesday is able to rescue the day, thanks to the assistance of her friends and classmates, the tenacity of Goody Addams, and her extraordinary fencing ability. In light of this, the revelation may come as a surprise to some viewers, even if others may have had it figured out from the beginning. The question is, will the conflict go on into Season 2? Principal Weems is alive! Although the character of Principal Weems, played by Gwendolyn Christie, is shown to pass away in the series after being stabbed by Marilyn Thornhill, played by Christina Ricci, the showrunners of Wednesday have stated that they would never say never to the possibility of the character making a comeback. In an interview with TV Guide, Miles Millar said, "We like the concept that people die in this world, that there are genuine sacrifices, and that there's loss, and that Wednesday has to respond to that. That being said, given that it's a supernatural show, there are always ways in which individuals might return," he said, "but at this point, it's safe to conclude that she's absolutely passed away." According to what Gwendolyn said to TV Guide, "I have a feeling that Larissa Weems would never be overtaken by something as ordinary as death." In addition, Jenna Ortega herself shares the same feelings as Gwendolyn. She continued by saying, "I have too much affection for Gwendolyn Christie. I am not willing to acknowledge it as being the case." Things backstory. The Wednesday audience, as well as the visual effects crew responsible for the show, are very interested in learning more about the iconic, hand-only member of the Addams family dubbed Thing. Lon Molnar, the supervisor of visual effects for Wednesday, told J14, "I believe it would be amazing to examine what may have occurred to lead him to be separated." Another idea that was posted on TikTok in December 2022 and went popular was the one in which a user named @JumpersJump said that Thing may be from the film Evil Dead, which was released in 1986. In the film, one of the characters called Ash suffers from a case of a possessed hand, which ultimately leads him to amputate it. Lurch is not who he appears to be. Lurch is the name of the butler that works for the Addams family. He only appears in 2 scenes. The first one is when he is taking Wednesday to Nevermore, and the second one is when he is driving Wednesday back home after school. Fans on TikTok, however, have observed that he does not seem to have the same eye color in each of those moments. which is one of the ways in which he differs from his previous self. This has caused many people to speculate that it is plausible that Principal Weems, who was said to have died in Season 1 and is a shapeshifter, is still alive and is pretending to be Lurch. What have the cast and crew said about Season 2? The producers have told TV Line that they are interested in bringing back the rest of the Addams family and exploring Wednesday and Morticia's relationship. Goff and Millar have also discussed some of their ideas for the show's supporting characters. According to what he shared with the publication, "We felt like we only skimmed the surface with those characters, and the performers are so fantastic in those parts. The dynamic that exists between Wednesday and Morticia is an integral part of the show, and it is of the utmost significance that Wednesday is attempting to carve out a life for herself apart from the rest of the family." Ortega has also discussed her ideas for the next season, including her hypotheses regarding the identity of the person who may be the stalker. She expressed her desire to TV Guide by saying, "I would love for it to be someone utterly strange." There are a few images taken outside of Nevermore that include a really fascinating individual who may be seen in the background of those shots. The actress also shared with Entertainment Tonight that she has high expectations for the darker direction that the show will take on Wednesday. She spoke the words, "I sort of want her to be darker," because there are a lot of lines about her saving the school and doing whatever else, but for me, her primary drive with the monster is one of competitiveness. I want her to get more involved in the nitty-gritty of things and not play things so safe. Something along the lines of, "Man, how is this person doing this?" Ortega added. "I have a feeling that I would want it to go the path of an anti-hero rather than the standard hero." Sunday, who portrays Bianca, has also discussed her character's cliffhanger with the siren's spiritual leader mother, who wants to take her out of Nevermore since her own strength is waning. Sunday said that she is convinced the siren would continue to have a significant presence on the show when she was questioned if it was possible that Bianca will truly be gone for a subsequent season. "That has never occurred to me in any way. Bianca does not give the impression of being someone who is content to stand in the background. Even if she was coerced into leaving Nevermore, I don't believe she would really comply with the order. I believe that she has a great deal more courage and tenacity than she shows," she said. The surprising twist in the narrative that was revealed on Wednesday is both an intriguing literary nod and a gasp-worthy surprise. Nonetheless, many issues still remain unanswered. Thus, Season 2 has to be there in order to address these concerns. Tell us in the comments what aspects of the Wednesday Season 2 reveal struck you the most, and be sure to explain why you found those aspects shocking. Thanks for watching this video. Click the subscribe button, and see you in the next video.